Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Cyprus. While the mainstream has everyone else distracted, what is the smart money doing? Mike Novogratz, founder and chief executive of Galaxy Digital Holdings, said that every asset manager that the digital asset firm has spoken to is working frantically on tokenizing a fund. You know, even those ETFs that BlackRock has, that Franklin Templeton has, those Bitcoin ETFs, those are going to become tokenized. They're going to end up on the XRP ledger, on the Stellar network, on other networks as well. That's what the smart money is doing. That's what the institutions are doing. Trust the process, XRP. And you know, all these banks and all these partners of Ripple shows you where the actual disruption is. And it's not Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the distraction. And even that partner, El Salvador, the Bitcoin down there that they're spending is running on Algorand rails. You always got to look at the much bigger picture. These partners of Ripple, that tells the whole story. It tells you what's going to happen with XRP. You know, at some point, XRP is going to flip Bitcoin for the #1 spot. When that happens, the smart money is going to flow out of Bitcoin and into XRP. I always have people ask me, am I too late to get into Bitcoin? Is there any profit left in Bitcoin? If you're investing in Bitcoin in this run, you could expect maybe a 3 to 5x. If you're investing in these ISO cryptocurrencies, you can easily expect a 10x. Most likely you're going to end up with a 50 or 100x or more. That's the difference. And all the money was already made in Bitcoin. That's why they're getting the institutions in now. But the institutions still need retail. And that's why you see Bitcoin talked about all over the mainstream media news. They want to herd retail in because retail is the exit liquidity. This is so crazy. Do not use Coinbase. This is not a good sign. First, they go down as it pumps. Then they prevent you from taking self-custody of your Bitcoin. Get your Bitcoin off the exchange right now. Do it for your future. And you see, crypto sends restricted. And they're limiting availability until October 28th, 2024. People are saying that's because they have to make the ETFs whole before they make retail whole. I don't know if that's true or not, but Coinbase has always been like that. Very sketchy. You think Coinbase is still going to be up when XRP is achieving a new all-time high? I highly doubt it. Imagine paying $12,000 a year for your company's Twitter account, and scammers can still impersonate you with an official looking yellow star. Isn't $12,000 enough to have an algorithm check the Twitter handle? You know, I also pay for that blue check mark because I want people to know that they're actually talking to me on X and not somebody else that's going to try to scam them out of their crypto. But I have so many imposters. And, you know, those imposters block me, so I can't even tell them off. And let me tell you something. I have a few choice words for all those people that impersonate me on X. Fake crypto wallet on Google Play steals $70,000 in digital assets after being downloaded 10,000 times. You even got to be safe when you're downloading apps, when even off of Google Play. Given all the complications with Wallet Connect, an inexperienced user might conclude that it is a separate wallet application that needs to be downloaded and installed. Attackers hijack the confusion, hoping that users will search for Wallet Connect app in the application store. However, when searching Wallet Connect in Google Play, users find the malicious app Wallet Connect Crypto Wallet at the top of the list. Again, be careful what you're downloading as well. These scams are going to pick up a lot of momentum with the rise of crypto. Once the prices of crypto really start to take off, you could expect the scams to also amp up at the same time. You don't want to lose your crypto. Now, this comes from Crypto Reviewing, and I really like their reviews. They did this review on July 15, 2023, right after we got clarity for XRP, that it's no longer a security or will ever again be a security. And I want to share this review with you because they give XRP a rating of 9.4 out of 10. So 10 out of 10 for project. XRP has 3 to 5 second transactions, and it costs way less than a penny per transaction. Utility, 10 out of 10. XRP has real-world use case in cross-border payments, crypto liquidity, and CBDCs. Roadmap, 10 out of 10. XRP's roadmap is complete. They have a real-world working solution. 10 out of 10 for team. 800 plus global employees, 15 offices, 50 plus countries, CEO with 20 plus years industry experience. Social, also 10 out of 10. XRP have 2.6 million followers, 1,000 plus likes per tweet on average. The tokenomics is where it gets a 6 out of 10. XRP has 100 billion max supply, 52.5% in circulation, 42 billion XRP in escrow unlocked monthly. Now, I think those numbers have changed since then. Partnerships, 10 out of 10. Santander, UBS, Credit Agricole, Standard Chartered, and many more. And we all know all the exchanges XRP is on. Take notice to the price potential. $3.50 to $10, 5 to 15x. Now that was back in July of last year. I would like to see Crypto Reviewing upgrade their review on XRP. But if you're looking at new cryptocurrencies, something that you might want to invest in, always check out Crypto Reviewing first because they're spot on in their reviews. And the overall rating that they gave XRP is 9.4 out of 10. And I would absolutely agree with that. Because everybody complains about the same thing, that escrow and the escrow unlocks. But now we're starting to see demand for XRP. So a lot of that escrow ends up being locked back by Ripple month over month. Great substance, Raoul Paul. We either adapt to change or we get left behind. Now, I usually don't agree with Raoul Paul, but I honestly agree with him here. He's saying that you basically have 6 years left. Take a listen.
That change with people. I don't have all the answers. None of us do. Simply none of us do. So we're going to have to go through this together and we have to be smart and try and figure it out as we go. But I do know that this idea of 6 years to make as much money as possible is really important. And I do think that the real answer to this, as far as I can see, is cryptocurrency, because it is the best performing asset in the world and of all time. And so I think that's the one thing we can lean in. It has a huge future in the exponential age. Technology investing is the other one. You know, there are incredible companies doing incredible things, and we're doing stupid things like, yeah, but it's already a 2 trillion company. Well, think of the world I was being talking about. Is there no reason somebody's not going to be 20 trillion, 50 trillion? Of course. Some of these companies are going to be bigger than sovereigns. So you need to get your head around everything has changed. It's really hard for value stocks and small companies and minor gold miners or whatever the past world looked like to succeed in this new world. It's just not going to work. So get your heads around all of this. Focus. 6 years. It's what counts.
So he's saying that a new world is coming. And I agree. It's a digital world. And he's saying you basically have 6 years to make a shit ton of money. And you are already on that path because you invested in the right way. He even said crypto is your one shot to get this right. It's the same reason I'm always trying to wake people up outside of crypto. I'm always telling them, listen, if you don't take this opportunity now, you are going to regret it for the rest of your life. Your children are going to regret the fact that you didn't take this shot when it was right there in front of you. And I got to give a shout out to Riz for sharing that as well. Now this comes from Vet. Biggest mint of 480K RLUSD had to be on the XRP ledger as it were. Also, please click on the XRP scan link and look at the transaction. So we know RLUSD is coming. These mints are now picking up a shit ton of traction all over X. I see it all day long. But I think it started back in August. And I think back then Ripple said that it's going to go into beta testing for 60 days. Now, if you go by that time frame, they should be launching next week or the following week if everything goes according to the plan. And I think that's going to bring value to XRP early on. For a seamless customer experience, banks turn to QR codes. Remember I kept saying banks are going to give you, they're going to do away with debit cards. Everything's going to be cardless going forward. You're going to get a digital wallet from the bank, and that's what you're going to use when you go shopping, whatever, because they're pushing and leaning towards going cashless. But QR codes are the next step for the banks. And I think the banks are trying to push into the digital age. But I think people are still losing faith in the banks because we know the banks aren't 100% safe. They just aren't. And we already know, because we're crypto investors, that it's better to store your money in crypto than it is to store it in a bank account. Now, some of you asked me the other day when I did that video, what are bail-ins? And how do we know that bail-ins are real? Well, this comes from the FDIC. Look at how they talk about the banking system. And they know that bail-ins are very real. This comes from Mr. Man. Take a listen.
When people need to know, but I don't think you have much hope of reaching a public that doesn't have a professional need to know.
I completely agree with that. I almost think you'd scare the public if you put this out. Like, why are they telling me this? Should I be concerned about my bank? Like, my insurance company doesn't tell me what they're doing with my assets. They just assume they're going to pay my claim, right? I think you've got to think of the unintended consequences of taking a public that has more full faith and confidence in the banking system than maybe people in this room do. That we want them to have full faith and confidence in the banking system. They know the FDIC insurance is there. They know it works. They put their money in. They're going to get their money out. So there's a select crowd of people that are in the institutional side. And if they want to understand this, they're going to find a way to understand this. There's a bunch of law firms represented in this room. There's a bunch of people that'll charge them by the hour a lot of money to explain this all to them. And it's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And they all have huge staffs. But I would be careful about the unintended consequences of starting to blast too much of this out.
Now, whoever videoed this and leaked this is an absolute hero, in my opinion, because they have zero faith in the banking system. FDIC has no faith in the banks. And that's who you're going to go to be made whole if a bail-in happens. If the bank locks the doors and shuts off the ATMs and your card doesn't work anywhere you go, you're going to be looking to FDIC. Now, normally they could bail you out. The problem is if a handful of banks go down all at once, you are not getting your money back. You are screwed, more or less. And that's why I always tell people, if you're going to store money at the bank, it's like gambling. Is my bank going to collapse with the rest of these banks and become victims of the consolidation, get swallowed up by a much bigger bank? Because if that happens, I'm sure they already have terms and conditions for that as well. where you will still not be made whole. I just don't trust the banks at all anymore. We've seen too many problems at the banks. I'm sure this week is going to be no different than last week. All of a sudden, you're going to get these announcements and these posts on X showing that the banks don't have any money. They're operating in the red. It happens week over week. Cross River Bank and Forward are working together to solve payment problems that slow down software as a service companies. They're providing easy payment solutions to help these businesses grow and improve customer satisfaction. Now, Cross River Bank has been with Ripple since 2014 and is a FedNow participant for the real-time payment rails. In 2022, they partnered with SmartBiz for AI enhancements. You know, whatever banks are working with Ripple, all of a sudden they're pushing towards better payments, better solutions going forward, real-time payments, things like that. And a lot of these banks are already tied in with ISO 222, and they're also tied in with FedNow. And they're going to bring that RippleNet technology and XRP with them because they know it's the future. Now, I always tell you, Ripple's well-rounded. XRP is a well-rounded cryptocurrency. They're starting to push more towards AI now. Looks like Ripple's invested in an AI company called Skyfire Systems. Try Skyfire on August 21st, 2024, but they kept it quiet. The company is an AI chatbot payment system headed by two of Ripple's ex-workers. Why is this good for Ripple? Synergy with Ripple's payment infrastructure. Autonomous AI payment align with Ripple's mission. Leadership ties. Former Ripple execs leading Skyfire. Expanding XRP ledger use cases. AI-driven commerce opens up new opportunities for XRP adoption. Growing AI agents market. AI agents represent a massive future market for digital transactions. Open economy alignment. Skyfire's mission of autonomous open economy matches Ripple's long-term goals. Future-proofing. Positioning Ripple for the next wave of AI-driven decentralized finance. Like I always told you, if you're investing in XRP, you're already investing in AI. You're investing in payments. You're investing in custody. You're investing in tokenization. You're investing in carbon credits. All multi-trillion-dollar markets. And yet people still don't realize that XRP can easily achieve 4 digits. It is going to happen. It's just a matter of time. And until it does happen, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.